Welcome to our new edition from Carrington. That's what the manager asked. Paul Scholes hails Man Utd duo who controlled the game versus Real Sociedad. Paul Scholes highlighted two Manchester United players for praise after Thursday night's draw against Real Sociedad. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. Manchester United were held to a 1-1 draw against Real Sociedad in the first leg of their Europa League round of 16 tie. Joshua Zirkzee scored his first goal for Manchester United in Europe to open the scoring, but Mikel Oyarzábal's penalty ensured the hosts secured a draw. United controlled possession for large parts of the game but couldn't convert their chances in front of goal to beat Real. The biggest chance of the first half came after 37 minutes when both Zirkzee and Bruno Fernandes had shots cleared off the line. The second half became a more open affair, but the 1-1 draw means it's all to play for at Old Trafford in next week's second leg. Paul Scholes impressed by Manchester United duo. Former Manchester United midfielder Paul Scholes is not concerned about the second leg. Scholes named two United players he was impressed with during United's draw with Real Sociedad, and he doesn't think the La Liga outfit will cause problems in the return fixture next week. Ruben Amorim opted to play Fernandes in a deeper role against Sociedad, along with Casemiro in central midfield. The Brazilian replaced the injured Manuel Ugarte and was one of United's top performers on the night. Speaking on TNT Sports live broadcast after the game, Scholes explained that he was impressed with Fernandes and Casemiro's contribution in the middle of the pitch. "No, not really," Scholes said when asked if he was worried about the return leg. "You don't really know what you're going to get from Manchester United, whether it's away or at home this year. I just didn't see enough in Sociedad really, to think they could go to Old Trafford and win. I think when you go to Old Trafford, especially, you need a bit of pace. It's a big pitch. I didn't see a lot of that from Sociedad down there. I thought United, in the main, were in control. I thought Fernandes and Casemiro, in the sense of the pitch, kept possession quite well. That's what the manager asked for before the game. And I thought they were quite comfortable. But because they're playing against a team without that much legs, that helps them too, definitely. I thought they were in control. They didn't create an awful lot of chances, Manchester United. We know Dalot should have squared it to Højlund, and that would have been another one. Garnacho had a couple of hard chances. But I expect United to be better at home next week, and I think they've got enough to beat Real Sociedad." Casemiro stands out against Real Sociedad. The game was played at a slow tempo which helped Casemiro, who isn't the player he was years ago, when he played Real Sociedad each season during his successful stint at Real Madrid. Casemiro had a high success rate for tackles won and completed 31 passes against Real. Moreover, the Brazil international won more tackles than any other player on the pitch. His midfield partner Fernandes was unlucky to give away a penalty in the second half, which cost United a win at the end. Real Sociedad 1-1 Manchester United. Player ratings. Manchester United were held to a 1-1 draw by Real Sociedad in the first leg of their round of 16 Europa League fixture. Here are our player ratings from the game. Andre Onana 5. Didn't have a lot to do but didn't cover himself with some of his distribution. Lenny Euro 6. Comfortable both on and off the ball. Went about his job with minimal to no fuss. Matthijs de Ligt 7. Led the defense well in the middle role and made a crucial intervention before the end of the opening 45 minutes. Also got a touch while slipping, to deny Sociedad the chance to go ahead. Monster defensive shift. Noussair Mazraoui 6. Decent performance and did well to minimize the threat of Takefusa Kubo. Diogo Dalot 4. Typical Dalot display when playing at wingback. Struggled in the final third, highlighted by when he passed up a good opportunity to deliver a cross into the path of Højlund. Played a key role in United's opening goal during the second half. Casemiro 6. One of his better games in a long time as he benefited from Sociedad's lack of pace and physicality in the middle of the park. A few line-breaking passes and also some good defensive contributions. Bruno Fernandes 6. Should have scored but his shot was blocked by a Sociedad defender. Positive with most of his actions. Conceded the penalty from which the hosts restored parity, although it appeared a harsh decision by the referee. Patrick Dorgu 5. Overlapped severally and kept aiming crosses into the box. Solid defensively and soldiered on after he seemed to have sustained an issue. One or two sloppy moments though. Joshua Zirkzee 8. Superb finish to give his side the advantage just before the hour mark. Could have had 2 to his name had he converted a promising chance in the first half, but he couldn't hit the target. Some excellent link-up play and holding of the ball tonight. Alejandro Garnacho 6.5, registered an assist for Xerxes' goal. Had a few sights of goal himself, but he couldn't find the back of the net. Rasmus Højlund 3, it's the same story every match at the moment. Dominated by opposition defenders and offers little to no threat. Substitutes. Christian Eriksen 6, decent when he came on. Helped United keep the ball a little bit better. Toby Collier 5, on the pitch for a very limited time. Nice to see him back from injury. Victor Lindelof 5, also came on in the dying embers of the game. Ruben Amorim explains Alejandro Garnacho's substitution after criticism from Man United legend. Ruben Amorim says he substituted Alejandro Garnacho because he was tired and not able to fulfill his defensive duties during Manchester United's 1-1 draw at Real Sociedad. The Europa League last 16 tie is level ahead of the second leg at Old Trafford next week after the draw in northern Spain. Joshua Zirkzee gave United the lead early in the second half as Amorim's side looked on top, but Mikel Oyarzabal penalty on 70 minutes leveled things for the home team. While the Red Devils had edged it for the majority of the contest, they hung on a bit at the end, with Sociedad missing a couple of chances to pick up the win on the night. Garnacho started the game and looked bright in spells, but missed a couple of good chances and faded in the second half. He was replaced by Christian Eriksen on 78 minutes, although Amorim says there was nothing more to it than fatigue. "I felt he was tired," said the manager. "You see it because we did a lot of transitions in the second half, because sometimes he was late to defend. Sometimes he was in the good position for transition, but I felt he was tired to recover and do the same things. I look at the game as a whole, not just in transitions." Manchester United legend Paul Scholes is not so convinced that the Argentina international is weary, more that he is whinging. "He looks like he's sulking a bit," Scholes said on TNT Sports. "I'm not having the fatigue thing. I was a little disappointed with Garnacho because his biggest strength is running through. He gives you penetration. Sometimes he makes the wrong decisions or plays the wrong ball, but he just lacked a bit of energy tonight. Little bit of sulkiness, I think. I'm sure he will get better, and he needs to get better because they haven't really got anyone else to call upon." Rasmus Højlund played the entire match on Thursday night, but his run of matches without a goal extended to 19. The Dane fumed as Diogo Dalot refused the chance to play him in on goal in the first half, but Amorim was pleased with his efforts and told him to focus on the next game. On the fluffed chance which saw Dalot break down the right but not square to an on-rushing Højlund, Amorim said, "I think it's hard to say, but I just imagine that Diogo doesn't know for sure that Rasmus doesn't have the advantage. One thing is for sure is they are really anxious to score goals and to win games, so they want to do the best, but they don't decide the best way in that position. It was a clear situation. Rasmus did really well, Dalot did really well, the decision was not the best. The important thing is to move on and not stay like them fighting." Joshua Zirkzee points finger at Man United teammates after Europa League disappointment. Joshua Zirkzee's goal left Manchester United in pole position away to Real Sociedad, but Ruben Amorim's side weren't able to hold on FOF victory in San Sebastian. Manchester United star Joshua Zirkzee argued his team lost it a bit after his opener away to Real Sociedad. The Dutch forward's goal gave United a chance to take a lead back to Old Trafford in their Europa League round of 16 match, only for Mikel Oyarzabal to find an equalizer. Oyarzabal's goal came from the penalty spot after Bruno Fernandes was penalized for handball, with the spot kick awarded following a VAR check. Real Sociedad has chances to win it late on, with Ori Oscarson twice going close. First, the substitute poked an effort wide under pressure from Lenny Yoro, and then he forced a big stoppage-time save from Andre Onana. United faded badly in the closing stages, with head coach Ruben Amorim suggesting fatigue was to blame. After the game, though, Zirkzee attempted to find an explanation of his own for the late collapse. "If you see the way the stadium reacts to the penalty and the way they press after the goal, they needed it," the former Bologna star said. "I feel like we can do better, remain calm and play the way we were. We lost it a bit after that." He added, "There was more here for us tonight. We were unlucky with the penalty. I'm not sure what happened there. It shows we have to be relentless with our chances. We had enough of them. A draw away is good. They have to come to Old Trafford. I think if you look at the chances, the opportunities we had and clear chances, I think yes, we deserved more. We're playing against a good team, it's not easy, but we should have had at least one more. Ruben Amorim was left ruining missed openings for Manchester United. United had the better opportunities for the opening hour, but Amorim recognized their opponents were on top as the game drew to a close. I think we played well until the penalty. But then the penalty, I think, changed a little bit the momentum of the game, he said. The head coach also praised Xerxes for his contribution. The Dutch international was the fall guy on Sunday when he saw a penalty saved in United's FA Cup elimination against Fulham, but he bounced back well. It is deserved because he's working really well, Amorim added. He's improving in a lot of things in his game. He deserves this moment, and he was really important for us today. United will enjoy home advantage in the second leg, which takes place on March 13th. Before then, though, they have the small matter of a Premier League game at home to Arsenal. Thanks for following up.